Hi, this is Lefty Dad with a really short, quick video just to show you all the current PC seasons that are available for PC replay basketball. You can just go up here and look at all of them. I have all of them. They even have these these playoff teams, and these are diamond discs, which mean it's the kind of the best teams from the 1940s. This particular season is 1938, and you can get 1938 with the teams in the major, the American and National League that played. But if you buy it, you get both of them, and this includes two Negro League teams, KC and I haven't even started this yet. The Homestead Grays. So the KC Monarchs and the Homestead Grays. And let me just show you. So you can start here with 100 win runners up. So these are all teams that won 100 games but didn't come in first place. Came in second place. Then you've got 1908, which is really great. I've started it and I intend to finish it. And in fact, there's a great book you can buy on Amazon that kind of week by week, it's a contemporary book of 1908, and it tells you everything that's going on week by week. And it ends, 1908 season's great because it ends with that Merkel's mistake where all kinds of chaos and calamity occurred at the end of the season. Then here's Diamond Discs, the 1920s and 30s, and you can see it's all these great teams from the 1920s and 30s. Then the next disc is the 1923 Negro National League teams. So you can play 1908, you can play 1923 Negro Leagues. And then the next available season is, and each of these seasons is put together with a tremendous amount of detail and care. For instance, here's 1928. Now, you get, for instance, you can click on any team, click on the Cincinnati Reds, and you have all this information. I haven't really started this season. Here's the roster, and the pitchers, the hitters, the schedule, the summary, and there are actually two summaries. You can click on this team summary, and here's Cincinnati team summary. And it gives you the upcoming schedule, the lineup, all these, the games are all historically accurate. The lineups are all historically accurate. You can look at the player cards. Here's BILL Cronin, who became a major figure in baseball. But you can see these cards all put together with a great deal of care and accuracy, and you get all this great biographical information. I really enjoy looking this stuff up. Here's BILL Cronin, 5'9", and where he's from, Newton, Massachusetts, and when did he debut? So 1928, he for this season, he got called up on the 4th of July, I guess. So there's just an incredible amount of information, and it's all beautiful. The display, and you get all of the photos. You don't have to go around kind of like a maniac looking for all these photos, and you get the logos, and it's all, even the manager, it's all done for you. So it's very convenient, but it's very highly detailed. But back to the seasons. Here's the 1930 season, the 1934 season. I already explained or talked about the 38 season, the one regular and the one with the Negro League teams. Then you've got the 1940s and 50s Diamond Discs, and all these great teams, the 41 Yankees, the 1950 Philadelphia Phillies. Are those the Whiz Kids? You've got 1941 Brooklyn. You've got 1945 Chicago, 1948 Cleveland. They won the pennant that year. So that's 48. That's the 40s and 50s. Then you go to 1941, the year that Ted Williams hit 400, and Joe DiMaggio was able to have a 56-game hitting streak. And if you look at this, you'll have like highlights. Now, there are no highlights yet, but I'll get to a season where there are highlights. See a little bit more. Then you have 1944, which was during the war, so you have a very unusual group of players. Starting with 1948, you have every season for decades. And for instance, I'm currently in a 1948 season. You look on the highlights here, and you've got, 5 hit games. There they are. 3 double games, 2 triple games, 3 home run games, pitching, no hit games. Johnny Schmitz, who really was tough. I don't know how Chicago came in last place with him on the mound. Triple plays. We've had 2 triple plays in the season. This season is, I think, on like September 12th or 11th, so it's practically over. About 20 games left. You can look at 15-inning games. There was a 20-inning game right there. Fielding. Well, let's look at pitching. 12 strikeout game. Well, do we have Bob Feller? He was one of the players. But this is all available. Really, really easy. You've got the teams here. You've got the leaders. You can look at, this is batting. This is AL batting. This is NL batting. And if you want to see the top 10, okay, there's the top 10. Reports. They have these great weekly reports. You can see I've done a report for every week. And if you look at it, then it'll tell you all the stuff that happened this particular week. September 5, 1948. You get how the teams did that particular week, which is the most recent week I've done a report for. New York Yankees went 7-0, and Brooklyn went 6-4. So on, let's continue on. 49, 50, 51, 50, it's, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Then you've got the 60s diamond disc. All these great teams, 67 Boston, Jim Lonborg and Carl Yastrzemski. And 61, Roger Maris year. 62, sorry, I went a little too fast here. 63, 64, 65 through the 60s, then the 70s. They got a 70s diamond disc with, I bet there's going to be some Oakland teams. Oakland 74, New York Yankees 78, Kansas City 77, Los Angeles Dodgers 74. Then in the 70s, you've got 71, 2, 3, oops, I went a little too fast, 74, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then you hit 80s. Then you've got 80s diamond discs with all these great teams. You've got 80 Kansas City, you've got 82 Milwaukee, the Harvey Wallbangers, you've got 86 New York Mets, and okay, so you've got, who's a good pitcher on the 1986? Well, there's Ron Darling. There's Roger McDowell. There's Dwight Gooden, 21 years old. He had 33 starts, pitched 250 innings, 2.84 ERA, 17-6. And this was his 3rd season. He debuted at the beginning of the 84 season. So that's 86. Then you've got, that was from the diamond discs, actually. Now, you don't have 81, so that'll be coming out. You don't have 83. We're kind of getting up to where they're still putting together seasons. You've got 85, then you've got 86, then it jumps to 91, 93. Then you've got these top 9 teams in 94. These will eventually become full seasons. You got 1998. That's really, I think, their newest season, perhaps. Then you've got the series of playoff teams. 1998 playoff teams. This was done long before this new season, 1998, came out. You've got playoff 99, playoff 2000, playoff 2001, and when you get to 2004, then all the seasons start up again in consecutive order. So I did it. So here's 2000. Actually, in 2005 it starts. 2004 is a playoff team. 2005, I also have a plan to, I'd like to play from 1948 up until like 1981 or whenever they stop at this point having the consecutive seasons. They eventually, I'm sure, will have all of them. But then in 2005, they start up again. And I did a complete season replay of 2005. And incredibly, you can see here the Chicago Cubs and the Houston Astros tied, and I had to have a one-game playoff. So these teams played 163 games instead of 162. Chicago won that last game, and in fact, I think I can show you. It was a game I manually added for the playoff, and that particular game, here's the box score. The Cubs won it 3-1. The winning pitcher was Mark Pryor, and Marty Barrett for the Cubs hit a home run, and Ensberg, I don't even know who Ensberg is, I can't remember anymore, but they had Lance Bergman and Brad Osmus, sorry, and I had to do this. This was a game I had to add to, and then I'm in the midst of the playoffs in the World Series for 2005. Then you've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, on and on, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. And then you've got the dead ball decades. So you've got the greatest teams from the dead ball era, from between I guess 1904 and 1919. Let's see here. Shoeless Joe Jackson. Where's Shoeless Joe Jackson? There he is, Joe Jackson, 31 years old, and that particular year at 351. And he was 31 years old, and then it was bye-bye Joe Jackson. Then they also have some memorable matchup discs and the all-franchise team, which is very interesting. They take it's described on the website, but they take like the best players from these individual franchises and put together a team. It's based on a book. If you go to the website, you can see more of a description, but it's very interesting. I prefer the historical replays. And like I have in another video, you can see that if you want to draft these things, if you want to play the 1915 Phillies against the 1981 Cardinals, you can do that. If you want to draft players from different eras on the specific teams, you can have Babe Ruth playing with Carl Yastrzemski. You can do that too. So that's a little rundown of everything, all the seasons. What a glorious group of fun to have, all on your computer. And this is Lefty Dad signing off. If you like the video, please give me a like and please subscribe. Thank you.